Hey Ma, do you know what burst my bubble?
What burst your bubble?
Dr. Garrett's plan.
Okay.
So, basically I sit back there in solitude day after day posting on the internet.
Right.
And first off, Dr. Garrett seems to feel... I know some people are saying he wants to get me into a halfway house.
No. It's not. That's not his intention. His intention is to get you to move forward in the real world and not have to go into a halfway type of spa setting.
I mean, ideally, back there, I have a beautiful apartment, brand new, and in these halfway houses that Dr. Garrett wants me to go to.
He doesn't want you to go there. He does not. We've talked about that. We've applied for the town housing, which are brand new, regular apartments, and we're planning to do a real apartment.
Will I be having a roommate there?
No.
Oh, okay, because
This is private.
Okay, fair enough. Because as I saw in the psychiatric hospital,
if you get yourself to a point that you can't function in a private apartment, then you could get yourself into that situation.
Right.
But no, we are willing to pay for a private apartment until you get into the town, which is your own private apartment.
Yeah, because ideally, I mean, the roommates you're going to get aren't going to be Mr. Suave Millionaire. The roommates you're going to get, or Mrs. Suave Millionaire, the roommates you're going to get are going to be, quite frankly, the people you got in the psychiatric hospital. Low-functioning, schizophrenic roommates. And, I mean, you could get a good luck of the draw and find a roommate you get along with, but more likely you're going to get a roommate that you, quite frankly, can't stand. I mean, as I saw in the psychiatric hospital.
Well, that's why we applied for Town of Oyster Bay. That's why the Independent Living said to do that. So you're signed up and you're on the waiting list for that. That's your own private apartment.
Right.
That's why we're staying in the town, in a private apartment, to see if you can do it on your own.
Right.
We want to make sure that you can.
Yeah.
So when the town apartment comes up, you can just morph right into your own apartment.
Yeah, I know Dr. Garrett was saying, obviously, right now, this is being provided for me. I have less than $2,000 in my name. Actually, probably less than $1,000 in my name at the moment. And actually, I have a $500 charge on my credit, so even less than $500.
Which is going to be...
So God forbid, let's say God forbid, you passed away right this second. You know what I mean?
I have life insurance and a trust.
I understand, but with the assets I have right now, I don't have enough to support this household. I could potentially be homeless if you don't have plans in place.
Well, that's why
right now I'm like a child who's playing as a superhero, a disabled adult child, and it's an illusion of that I'm protected, but the illusion will shatter, and I will be pretty much in store for a word.
Well, that's what you have to see is, can you do a private apartment on your own, listening to your doctors and taking care of your health? If you can't do that, then you do have to be taken care of. Do you understand that?
No, I understand if you prove you can't function independently, if you prove you need to be taken care of, there's no shame in that.
No.
You're not going to be living the millionaire lifestyle. No. You're not going to be like Mr. Elon Musk. But, I mean, you will... I mean, you will be taken care of.
And thank goodness, because there are some people out there that aren't taken care of.
Right.
That are just kind of living in the street.
But being taken care of, even being taken care of here,
is frustrating.
Is not living the dream. I mean, Will Ferrell made a joke about it with his, in many movies. Nobody wants to be dependent on their parents at 36 years old.
But
it could be worse. You could be homeless.
Right,
but nobody wants to be.
But when things are so comfortable, and when you're in such a negative routine, it's hard to break that.
Yeah.
So your support system, your support team is helping you to break that, and thank goodness you have that available to go into a nice situation to see the confidence and independence rise. Not everybody gets that chance.
Right. So ideally, the key to life is to be independent. And be, not dependent on anybody, because when you're dependent on somebody and the person you're dependent on goes away, you're going to be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, and that is...
What it is.
What it is.